So today's topic is global business management and global supply chain management. And this right here is Bharat's photo, phone number, and email. We will be posting this again. So if you had any questions for Bharat specifically, we could put that, you can email him directly, and I will be putting this in the chat shortly as well. I think that it looks like Bharat is having a little bit of trouble connecting to audio. So John, would you be able to start, or did you want to talk a little bit about SBA and what they offer while we're seeing if there's anything else we can do?
Sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
Can you call his number? Sorry, I just mute myself.
Yeah, I can call him.
Which number? This one? He had like 3 phone numbers.
I don't know.
You know, he does not need to be connect. Oh, he was connecting. Where is him now?
Yeah, he's
That's
still
his
there.
number?
He's trying to connect to audio.
Well, let him call in if that's the case, you know. Yeah, okay, I will introduce whatever while you're contacting him.
Okay.
Let me hold on. We have this issue here. Last time he was okay, I remember that. Hold on. Okay, while we're waiting for Bharat, and you know, he probably has some technical difficulties. I just, you know, jump into, you know, to give a briefing. Well, you know, again, my name is John Xu. I work, you know, at the SBA Connecticut District Office as a District International Trade Officer, and we have been working with the SCORE chapter for this, you know, export workshop in the past 6 years. It was designed as a 6 parts. We covered the first part, you know, part 1, you know, and give you the reasons why you should take your business global. And today's topic is about the global business management, you know, and the global supply chain management. You know, Bharat is going to talk about whether you are export ready, which means you have a staff, your commitment, and your export business plans, and how to really convince your, you know, staff or your sales manager to really looking at, you know, global markets. Is he coming? I saw somebody's talking.
Yeah, I'm on.
Oh, brother, okay, it's your turn. Oh, wow, you were trying to find you.
Finally.
Oh, finally get in. Okay, namaste. It's your turn, sir.
Namaste, my brother.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you coming. I know. Take it easy. I knew. So difficult. Your turn now, Mr. Manganani.
What happened now? Can you hear me, guys? Or,
You are.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everybody can.
Yeah, we can see you too.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. What now? We all know John worked very hard on his presentation last week, and he tell you why it's so important to get into international market if you have a potential. So we're gonna take it from there and see. I mean, my slides are based on that you all are new to export. So please don't be offended. One of you are, or many of you are very well aware of export and going on, what's going on in the export department. And you are encouraged to take advantage of seats available to your firm. Let me tell you, 50 years ago when I started export business, all I had available was Western Union. If I write a letter to a consulate, any consulate around the world to find out who are the major importer for the product that I want to export, I had to wait for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. even months. But now you have everything on your fingertip. If you want to get into export business, here's the time. So many opportunity available. Export.gov, SBA, International Trade Administration, EXIM Bank. You have so many options available. You don't have to wait 2 months or 3 months like I did. You can go on. It's on your fingertips. Can you change the slide, please? John already told you last week on his presentation, what are the advantages of going into export business? Reduction in trade barrier, increasing the production capacity. When he meant, what he meant was increasing the production. Here we go. See the difference. We have a climate. We have a winter here, and we have a summer in Australia. We have a winter here. We have a summer in a South American country. But your product does not have to be just for a winter production. Those products could be very well sold in Australia as well in South American country where there is a summer. So many people are available, a worker qualified in your factory. There are so many advantages. You name it. You have so many advantages of everything having on your fingertip. You want very easy. Just go on export.gov and have a look at it, country guide, country commercial guide. All 196 countries are listed. What products they are looking for, what is the economic situation of the country is. You take it from there. What can you sell to them, to that particular country? You have all these things available, which was not available to me when I studied 50 years ago. I had to send a Western Union cable. I had to write a letter to consulates and get information before I could do. But right now, you have everything on your fingers. There are so many advantages. I don't want to go through what John went through last presentation. He did a very fine. You have one of the best qualified workers in America than anywhere in the world. They can easily adapt to any situation you want them. Yeah, we have a problem. If you want to ship to European countries because they have a different standard, which costs you 14 to 15% to modify your product to sell in a UE country, which is the European Union countries, because they have a standard. They have set up their own criteria what product need to be done to import in their country. But that isn't the point. The point is, if you really want to go into export business, very easy to do it now than there was before. You have so many potentials, so many ideas available, so many government help, SBA, Department of Commerce, State Department of Commerce. You don't have to wait 50 years like I did. You can do it if you really want to, but you need to be careful. Or not all the products that you want to sell are easy. Nothing is easy. You know that. You're in a business. There's no such thing called easy business. Becoming an exporter can put you on a fast track to growth. Yes, proven fact. But it can be a big challenge. to get started and achieve success, you must think about a host of complicated questions. Everything from picking the right target to logistic, product adoption, pricing, custom, marketing, and your company export readiness. Are you ready for your export? You don't know. The most important part is look up the situation now in the world. We have a supply-demand problem because none of these companies that I know of, I do business, I've been in export business for 45 years. I have never seen anything like this. There's only one company that I know, Diageo, which make a Johnny Walker Scotch label. They have chartered 20 their own ships to make sure they deliver the product to their customer. I'll give you another example of the person I do consulting business. I have a client. He booked a cargo. He's one of the major importer of branded perfume in United States. From Far East country, you buy from China, you buy from Singapore, or you bring it. Number one, starting December, his cost of freight for 40-foot container, which he average paid $4,000, went up to $20,000. Not only that, but he had to wait 3 months before his container was lifted and put on the boat coming to United States. When he got to United States, to New Jersey port, it took him another 2 months. So he can find the trucker who can bring the goods to his warehouse, so he can distribute the good that he promised to sell to his customer. We went through the challenges. Every country, in order for you to, there's a procedure. There is a procedure that you have to follow if you want to go into export business. First thing, you have to review your company capability. Take a care look at your business. Make sure you are ready to expand internationally. But sure, there are elements. Capacity to expand. Can you expand? Like right now, we have a problem with the baby formula in America. Now, can you expand? No international company can. Finally, I saw in the newspaper today that U.S. government has made a deal with with a similar formula that they're gonna start, because they gonna all look some FDA restriction, and the baby formula will be available instead of 10 weeks in next 3 weeks. You have to plan. Oh, no. You have to plan everything. Sorry, I lost the connection. You have to plan. Everything needs to be planned before you go into a business. The first thing you have to do, you think a project, any product that you have has a potential to get into international market. You need to understand your own capability. Do you have a capability to expand in your present production? Additional production, can you, your team, are they ready for expansion? Whatever you do, product or service, are you ready for it? Because once you go into a diplomatic, international market, you never know. Your product might take off and you have no capability of producing it. Right now, let me tell you, I am in the duty-free business. I sell to a lot of duty-free customer, which consists of a duty-free shop at the airport, all those nice Caribbean store that you visit when you take a nice cruise to Caribbean. I have 37 orders sitting in my warehouse. I cannot fulfill because I cannot get Camel Yellow brand cigarette. So I have 37 shipments are sitting in my warehouse. I cannot ship because the Camel Yellow have not shipped me those goods. Keep telling me, coming to you next week. I've seen that 13 weeks. Because they're having a problem. They have to put the special ingredient in the yellow brand Camel cigarette, which they're having a tough time getting it. So you are going to run into those problems. What you have to do, if you want to get into a diplomatic international market, you have to do a research of everything. Your expansion, can you get the ingredient? Do you have a personal? You take care of the international business? Or does your management from top to bottom, meaning your CEO or anybody else, your production guy, are okay with you? They can do it. If they cannot do it, then my suggestion is don't go on exporting business. There are so many companies fail in export business because they cannot supply on time. I've been in a duty-free business for 50 years. Imagine now, I have taken 37 orders. I cannot supply Camel Yellow cigarettes. How bad that look at me. 50 years of my work is under consideration. My reputation is on the line. So don't put yourself in that situation. Make sure, please make sure that you are getting into a business, any business, services, or supplying the product. You have enough expansion happening at your place that you can adopt and do a production. If you cannot, don't get into a business. You're going to fail. Your team needs to be prepared for everything. Let me explain you. Right now, we have a serious supply chain problem all over the world. Nobody's fault. We cannot pinpoint anybody's fault. We can say, wow, hey, only company I know is Diageo. The people who make Johnny Walker, Black Label or Red Label or Doers whiskey, what they have done, they have chartered 20 big vessels. Instead of depending on steamship companies, they are loading their product and shipping it to customer directly. Can you do this? You're not Fortune 500 companies. I know a small business like me, I cannot do it. But we have to take that in consideration from now on. Pandemic could happen. Supply chain problem could happen. It's happening now. It's going to happen. It's going to keep on happening. So when you make your research, please include all these things in your research. What if? Find the solution. Find the contingency plan for it. I have never seen anything like that. I've been in the business for 50 years. I have never seen anything like that, what is happening here. Easy to blame President Biden. I'm not talking making a political point here, But what President Biden has to do, he doesn't control the shipment. He doesn't control the ports. You have to figure this out. This could happen. So you have to take that in your consideration in your research. What happened if this thing happened? How are we going to tackle it? I have a client. I do consulting work. I have a client. His product was sitting in Singapore for 3 months. He couldn't get the shipment container out to New York. I had a good relation with the Maersk line. I called some favors. Finally, I got his product to Dubai. Even in Dubai, he had to wait for 2 months before his container was loaded on the vessel, which is coming to New York. So all these things could happen. You need to take that in consideration. Before you even think of going to another market or trying to make a market entry, first you have to do a research. Research, you have to take into consideration what is the custom culture in that country is, which country you're trying to do a business. Are you going to do a primary research? It's going to cost you a lot of money. Only big Fortune 500 can do primary research. So small business company like you can only do a secondary research, depend on whatever the data that you get from the government agency or which is available on the internet. Because getting a primary research, you're talking close to $100,000 expenses, which you cannot. You don't even know your product's going to do well.
Excuse me,
Any
Bharat.
questions? Any questions?
Yeah, so we
What
do
type of-
actually have a question in the chat from Christy saying, what type of license is required for starting an importing exporting business? But also, I don't know if you want me to forward the slides any further at this point.
There is no license required. What is required in exporting business is compliance, because especially now that you know the war going on with the Ukraine, there are so many sanctions, there are so many. You have to go on the compliance. You have to check the person you're dealing with. It's not on a blacklist. But I know John has arranged one of the best guy who could teach you, I believe in next or third our part of the series that they're going to tell you everything about compliance. So you need to be very careful about the compliance, because if you don't compliance right away, based on, it's difficult. Every day you have a sanction against Putin's girlfriend. You have a sanction against Putin this. What I'm saying, you need to check all those, which are easily can be checked. Don't get me wrong. This can be checked very easily, but you need to have a system to do that. And I can help you with that. What they call the compliance, which is standard, which is you can go on BIS website, or you could go Treasury website or Department of Defense website. You can check all that. But you need to check all that, because you could wind up in a jail if you don't. Heavy fine, you could wind up, but you need to check all those things. A lot of diversion. Today I read in a paper what Putin has done, send a wheat that he stole from Ukraine, ship it somewhere else, and try to change manifest. Instead of made in Ukraine, he should try to change the manifest made in Greek. Now, once he got that, he could export those wheat, which are actually wheat that he stole from Ukraine. But the point is, you need to be very careful. So it's, which I don't want to jump on John's invited guest to on there, they can easily do it. Look, you have so many links here. I strongly suggest to please link on that and go through it. You will understand. Here's the problem. I have a problem with this speaking to you today because I don't know how many you are new to export. So I have done, tried to make it very simple for everybody who's new to export and give you the guidance. But then I have other questions, recap for the people who do have awareness of what the export is all about. So this is something, I mean, look, you go through my presentation, you click on those links. Trust me, you can read everything you want to read about the export business. Export business, when you're ready, which I'm going to teach you next week, what I'm planning to do next week is to actually bring in some product, buy some product from the local, from OTC products, and show you, display it, send to Jennifer, and she can picture it, and then we take it from there. Okay, how will you market these products? In which country? But you can do that. Just go through my presentation, PowerPoint presentation, the link that I have given you. See those links. Trust me, you won't have any problem. Look, SBA is one of the best. Okay, you have it shows you helpful link. Are you ready for export? SBA, one of our good partner. You go on their site, they have so many great things for export. You go on a Chamber of Commerce, you have a great. You go on International Trade Administration. They have so many great link for you to study, see, actually watch. So many of them available, which I wish I had that 50 years ago, but I didn't. But I learned the hard way, but it's there. Take advantage. Take advantage. You have so much potential going to export, because I firmly believe that the next export is going to create more jobs than your any IT or anything you can think of. Because what are we exporting from America? Arms, food. Look at Europe. 80% of Germany products are exported. 60% of UK products are exported. Are we doing that? No. What are we exporting from America? Arms and ammunition, aircraft. But there is so much potential in America, so much potential in America that you can create another $30 trillion business a year. It's sad we're not doing it. Can be done. Any question?
Christy, to answer your question, yes, all of the meetings are virtual. It is the same Zoom link for each one. So the one you used to get in today.
Yeah, the link on that. Trust me, I don't want to do it and waste your time, but you link it, open it, learn it. You have so many things. Look, next week, I'm going to bring few products. I'm going to show you exactly, you have these products, how you going to find the export market. Again, those helps are available for Department of Commerce on export.gov. SBA. SBA has been a very good partner with us. New Haven Library has been an excellent partner with us. Oh, President Obama, when he was the president, he went to Africa one tour. He came back and he made a statement. He's not even a businessman, but he said there's a potential of $10 trillion business in the whole African continent, which is true. I have lived in Liberia. I've done business in Liberia. I know for Liberia, for example, You can easily create $1 trillion business by supplying the goods and the services in Liberia alone. Because I have lived there, I understand their culture, I know what they are. You can do it. So many things. I can go through this, direct import, this and this. Indirect exporting, yes, I can teach you all that. But the thing is, you need to have a passion. You need to believe. Read. Go on export.gov. Watch these videos. You have a important thing. You have a country, a commercial guide on export.gov. 196 nations are listed there. They're giving you a background of each country and telling you what those countries are looking for American products or services. If you want to get into business, just read the 196 countries. Free of charge, does not cost you anything. How to write export plan? Very easy. What you learn from research. And this is exactly what I want to tell you. Selecting initial market. Go on these country commercial guides. See what product they are looking for and what product and service that you are offering are matched. Then you can go to export.gov and tell them, initially it'll cost you money, but you can tell them, say, okay, I want you to do a research. This is the product and service I like to promote. I like to get into. They will do this for you for charge. I don't know, depending, used to be $1,500, but now I don't know. So you have to contact them. There's a one beautiful, very nice people in Milltown, Connecticut. And they will be happy to analyze your product. They will be very happy to send it out because they have a people in the field and all over the world. They will come back to you. Not only that, you sign up with them, Golden Glove, a Golden Key service. You pay another $15 to $20. They will arrange your meeting face to face with the buyer. So you don't waste your time like I did 50 years when I started. And you sit down face to face with the buyer and talk to them or her, whatever, and you go from there. Taking a delegation. I went to delegation there, Department of Commerce, they arrange a lot of great delegations. Send like a congressman, a woman, take a delegation to India. I went to one of them. It cost me maybe $3,500. But I tell you, I had a great time. I picked up 2 nice distributors because on those days I was an exclusive distributor. I don't know if many of you heard Mauna Loa macadamia nuts. I was a distributor for 17 countries. India was one of that countries. I went there. And I made 2 great distributors. Unfortunately, in my case, Mauna Loa was privately owned company, family business. They decided to sell it to Beverage Lighthouse because they sold the company. So all the 3 years, my hard work, appointing a distributors, all 17 countries, then, they sold the countries. The people who bought it, they were not interested. They were more interested in developing the property that a CA white company which owned Mauna Loa owned. And so they were more interested in that business. But it's all easy. How to write an export plan, no big deal. Selecting initial market, go on the country commercial guide. It's written there for you already. You can easily check what is available, what they are looking for. You have so many opportunities you have today than I had 50 years ago. If you really believe it. please check this helpful link. I don't want to waste your time. Play them. You see yourself. And then if you have any question, tell Jennifer. I'll be very happy to answer that for you. Arrange a face-to-face meeting with you, explain to you whatever you'd like to do. So many opportunities are available. I mean, I can go on with my notes, which I made, but if you are new to export, these are the best, easiest way link I could come up with you for you. But if you know more about the export, I don't want to offend you, neither do I want to insult you. I'd be happy to sit down with you one-to-one and help you any way I can. Because export is my passion. I love export because I personally believe export is going to create a lot of jobs in coming years in America.
And Bharat, if you want, I can actually open these links and give people an
Please
idea.
please do. Let them, please let them look.
All right, let's see. Can everybody see this? That is now this landing page and not the slides.
It should work. I thought it worked.
No, it's not about it working. No, Shelly, you can't see it. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share and then I'm going to reshare my screen. Thank you for letting me know.
All right.
All right, how about now?
Oh, here we go. See, country commercial guide. All you need to do, put down the country name.
So if we were say we were selling to the Czech Republic.
Pick any.
So I just picked the Czech Republic, Czechia, and it gives all of this information.
Exactly. So now you see the product and service that you have matches with that. You're okay with whatever their policies are. Pursue it. Start writing to them. Then next week I will tell you how to do that.
Okay. So there's that. Some of the other options are, let me get there, how to write an export plan, and I'll share my screen to show you this. Oh, why is it? That's not going to help us. It's not going to help us if it's not.
Some of them, I don't know.
That's okay. I will get it to work.
Well, you get the idea. You
Right.
get the idea. Okay, I'm going to give you another secret called CIA Facebook. CIA Facebook is that's the one thing you want to join it, want to do a business with the country. I didn't put down there. I don't know if you want to get that far, but CIA Facebook has all demographic, political figures, everything that you want to know about the country, their demographic, their export, their import. Very useful tool to have that. You could, well, Facebook, and you can see what you can learn from that CIA Facebook.
The CIA World Fact Book is actually a really fantastic tool for a lot of different things, including import, export, but
yeah, well, it'll help you.
Travel information.
Yeah, it'll help you also in order for you to see if you have if you want to get involved in that company and introduce your product and service.
So again, I'm going into Czechia or the Czech Republic as an example.
You pick any.
Right. And on this far side, you have all of this information.
Yes.
Kelly, it's the CIA World Fact Book.
Yes.
So I Googled World Factbook. Yeah, so this is the actual website and I'll put it in the chat. From CIA.gov/the-world-factbook. Which is always useful just for any information. It is actually quite accurate. And it is from the federal government. So I would trust that the information, at least for economics and population, et cetera, for other countries is
everything. They
Yeah.
have demographic information, what they are exporting, what they are importing. Look up the importing, say if they're importing a wheat, for example, can you supply them wheat from America? You have so many potential, you can look it up and see if, you know, you can do all these things, what is required by them. Right now, you know, let's be honest here. What we're talking here today is basically a research. John told you last week, what is the potential for doing export business? Okay, once you have decided that, yes, your product and service going to be good for export business. And the next step is, which I am telling you today, is a research. Research, as much research you can do about your product and service in the country that you want to do it. Now, you don't know what country you want to go. Here's a country guide, look it up. You got 196 countries, see where you feel comfortable to launch your product. Or spend time doing a research on that particular country. John did a great job making the presentation. Again, you know, I tell you the same thing. We have 320 million people in America. But 5% population this is only 5% population of the world. The rest live outside. Outside is that's where your market is. Look at that. You have so many facilities that you can learn free of charge. Don't have to spend. Do not, please. Whenever you're looking to do anything on internet, they ask you, you have to pay for the service. You know they are fake. You have International Trade Authority. You have export.gov. They'll give you all the answer. Go on SBA. They give you proper answers. You don't have to pay for anything to do your research. Where I paid a lot of money, a lot of effort to pay for it, you know, because I did not have these opportunities available when I was starting.
Does anybody have any questions, any additional questions? You can feel free to put them in the chat. Thanks, Shelley. I agree. This information is invaluable. As I had put in the chat previously, I will be sending the slides for this week and last week out to everyone who was in both last week and this week's sessions, or either or. Point is, everyone will get both. And then from there, I'll be sending out the slides every week. Our next session will be next Wednesday at this time.
No, next
And-
Wednesday, I'm gonna, what I like to do, if it's okay with everybody attending, because I didn't know today, even though we have 40 participants, I didn't know how many are new to exporting, how many have a knowledge of exporting. So what I did, I broke it up in two. I did a slide, people who are new to exporting, then I have my special note. I don't want to offend anyone. And then I can recap and to tell people who are knowledgeable about export. But I'd be happy. What I like to do is to, next week, I'll buy some product from the local supermarket or pharmacy or whatnot. I'll send it to pictures to Jennifer. She can display them. And then we will go step by step. How do we take this project? These are our products. How do we get into international market? So we'll go by step by step. That's what I intend to do next week. This is okay with you all.
That's absolutely fine with me. I can make sure that happens.
So this way you know what the step-by-step procedure you need to take to get the proper information. Then you have to, that decision is up to you. You want to get into this, you don't want to get into, in this country, that's your choice. But meanwhile, please ask me any questions you have.
And I have put Bharat's contact information again in the chat for those who would like to write it down.
I have one more thing. I have written a book called Export Guide, which consists of 62 pages, which is everything you need to know about A to Z. If you need that free copy, please send the request to Jennifer. But mind you, these are 62 pages. You have to print them in order to read them. So if you want that, I'll be happy to send you free of charge. Please tell Jennifer, send it to request to Jennifer, and I'll be very happy to do that.
And I just put my email in the chat as well. If anyone has any questions later, feel free to shoot me an email and I would be happy to pass it on to John or Bharat or Joe.
Perfect.
Right, it looks like there's no other questions. So unless anyone has a last minute question, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for joining us today. Reminding everyone that, again, we are meeting again next week at the same time. The link that you used to get into this meeting will work for the next one. So we are not going to be sending out an additional link. There will be a reminder email that does go out. If you have any questions between now and then, feel free to send me an email, which is in the chat. For those who are watching this on Facebook later, my email is jgargulo@nhf as in Frank, pl.org. If you have any questions about I've Squared or SCORE or SBA, just let me know and I would be happy to assist you. All right, and thank you to Bharat for that presentation and for
Can
John.
I say one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I apologize. I was tested COVID positive today, so I am not 100%, but export is my passion, so I'm still here. Actually, I believe in that, export is a very big going to happen in America. So if I made any mistake, please forgive me.
Well, thank you, Bharat. This is John Xu again. Yeah, next topic will be global marketing. So you're encouraged to send in your products you want to export. We may find which country buys most, for the product.
What I will do, John, I will buy a few products, take a picture, send to Jennifer. Jennifer can display it. And then our participant will know exactly what to do with it, how to go and find a market for this product. I will write it up, how to use export.gov, how to use SBA and, use, because without you, SBA, without export guy, we're talking a big expenses here. I don't want to wait 50 years like I did when I started. Our new entrepreneurs, have everything on fingertips. So let's take a project. We'll take a project and we'll build the project.
Thank you, Bharat.
Okay, thank you so much for all of you. Thank you for joining.
See you next week.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless everyone. Thank you.